I personally believe
that some people out there
don't have maps.
and we need to
I believe that our education, like such as in
South Africa
and the Iraq.
There are so many viral videos that have been going around for years, but one that I feel will always get a laugh, and I believe for the right reasons. We're not laughing at, we're laughing with, is Miss Teen USA 2007 South Carolina, where she starts off by saying, I personally believe. I just want to revisit this today.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe.
It feels more factual than an opinion, but you know what? God bless this woman.
U.S. Americans are unable to do so because
She is searching for that answer. And to be honest with you, so nervous. Why don't they know how to read out a map? I don't know. What if she just said, I personally believe that a lot of people are stupid? That would be just as memorable.
some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
Do you think at this point Mario Lopez knows how bad it's gonna get? And by the way, I'm on this woman's side. She has brought so much joy to so many people's lives. Miss Teen USA 2007 South Carolina, oh, you are heaven sent. You should be proud of this. She should be. It's camp, it's great, like it's awesome.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa.
Wow, we've gone from maps in America and we have gone to South Africa. It feels like she also needs a map.
And the Iraq, everywhere.
We've gone to Iraq. How did we get to
Such as, and
I'm gonna say such as anytime I don't know how to say something. And such as, I feel for her. I
believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S.
Got back on track. Our education over here.
should help the U.S.
The education over here should help the U.S.
help South Africa.
And now back to South Africa.
Should help the Iraq and the Asian countries.
Oh my God.
That we will be able to build up
Look at Mario Lopez's face. He's like,
future for our children.
he goes, like she's gonna, I don't know what she thinks she's gonna add.
Much, South Carolina.
Oh, you know, I have to say, God bless her. I personally believe that some people out there don't have maps, and we need to help with South Africa and Iraq and such as, and God bless this woman. Let me see if I can answer the question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I would say a fifth of Americans are below the age of 5, or they're over 80, and they don't have cognitive capabilities anymore, and that's that, and everyone else can.
Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps. And
Now right there, she's not wrong. Some people out there don't have maps. That's an acceptable answer. You're right. You know what, Miss South Carolina? You're right.
I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa.
Now I don't know. I am trying to figure out where her brain went, because she started off strong. You know what? I don't own a map in this house. I have Google Maps, but it's 2007, so it's a different time. We've gone to South Africa.
And the Iraq.
Now we're in Iraq. It's like the tour of Italy at the Olive Garden. You get fettuccine alfredo, lasagna, and chicken parmesan. They don't really all go together, but you know what? The Olive Garden brings us together. So I think Miss South Carolina, let's try and really defend her. So maybe she's trying to say that we don't have maps here, and you know what? We also, I guess in her mind, we're paying for education in South Africa and Iraq and such as. So I guess maybe we have to give maps to them so that they can also locate the maps, and they have maps. Maybe she's just trying to say, metaphorical, maybe the really existential way, the world ironically needs maps so we know where we're located. I'm catching on. You tell me I went to art school and I know how to bullshit my way out of any answer.
I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S.
Okay, well she's not wrong. The education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Right? I can't spell. Nick doesn't know anything, so she's not wrong.
Help South Africa.
And we're going back to South Africa because we're making a call. She's doing what they call in comedy a callback. So she just wants everyone to know that she meant what she said, and she's doubling down.
Help the Iraq and the Asian countries.
Now she brought Asia out of nowhere. It has a lot of people, so that's a lot of maps we got to give out. You know what? Maybe we just get a couple of planes and fill them with maps and just drop them off so people know where they are. The world needs a kiosk at a mall that says you are here. And instead of like JCPenney's and Macy's, it says Canada and Mexico. So people know, oh, we're in the center.
To build up our future.
And Mario Lopez, I need you to listen to me very clearly. I don't know what magic you're doing. This is from 2007. You look the same.
Oh, yeah, he does.
And you looked the same in 1997 when I watched you on Saved by the Bell. And thank you for wearing singlets. All the young gay men really appreciate it. What are you doing? What in the Death Becomes Her have you done to manage to stay looking the same? You look the same. How old is Mario Lopez? If you told me Mario Lopez,
51.
He's 51 years old. If you told me he was 27, I'd be like, sure. He's a really old 27. Mario Lopez is a really old 25-year-old. That's what he is. Where's Miss South Carolina today?
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Thank you very much, South Carolina. I wonder if he knew that was gonna explode the way it exploded. Caitlin Upton. That is her name. Caitlin Upton. Okay.
She was a finalist on The Amazing Race in 2010.
She better work. See, she milked this shit she better fucking work. And she looks beautiful. She brought a lot of gay men a lot of happiness in a very dark time. So this is from when?
2021.
2021. Mario Lopez looks unbelievable. What is he doing? I don't get it. His hairline is perfect. His face, look at his jaw, his cheekbones. I don't understand.
Well, I've hosted quite a few beauty pageants in my day.
Because you're beautiful, Mario Lopez. You're beautiful.
One moment that I've never forgotten, it was during Miss Teen USA 2007.
His voice is the same too.
Katie Upton, very sweet girl who gained international notoriety for her bungled response.
Notoriety is a really nice way of saying she was absolutely humiliated.
My heart just went out to her at the time, and I never got a chance to speak with her since until now. 14 years later, Katie joins me to talk about the impact that moment had on her life. Welcome, Katie.
Katie looks great.
So nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Where am I speaking to you from?
I actually just recently moved to Greenville, South Carolina.
She's still there. She's inside. You know what? If anything, she's consistent. And can I say, she looks great. I like the change in her hair.
What goes through your mind when you watch that back?
It's almost surreal. It's like that wasn't even me.
Obviously, she changed the color of her hair because she doesn't want to be stopped in the street, such as South Africa and other Asian countries and such.
They specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all. Because I so wanted to sort of, because I could tell obviously there was a miscommunication or you didn't understand. And
look, there's nerves. That happens.
I was specifically told not to because then you could be disqualified. And I didn't want to do that.
Not him completely trying to get me like, I had nothing to do with it. But also, he didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't ask the question. He didn't answer the question. His contract was to host, so he did his job.
I've always wanted to say that. Were you just surprised by the question or a little confused by it? Or?
You and I were conversating beforehand. I actually assumed that the question you asked me, which is, what's the biggest risk you've ever taken or something like that, which I nailed, by the way. You and I had a great conversation.
I know you nailed it.
Who is the in the background? Some gay, some twink PA who's like, she better work, serve.
Then I get this other question and I'm like, just aloof and just kind of confused as to what was going on because none of that was practiced.
Yeah.
I wasn't told of it. No one ever talked about it. It's completely caught off guard.
I just don't. It's Miss USA. They should be asking, what are your goals? What are some of your dreams? What are your... How did we get into geography?
Everything's moving so quick. It's live television. The judges don't know the questions. I don't know the questions.
And she didn't know the question, and even more so, she didn't know the answer.
Now, talk about afterwards.
Yeah, I want to know what her reaction is. Like, when she started realizing that it was because... when it took over.
Immediately following the pageant, my mom, dad, and grandma and I, we actually traveled the coast of California. So we were unaware what was actually going on. It wasn't until 3 days later when we got back home to South Carolina where my parents had 150 voicemails on their house answering machine.
I would be like, someone died. That kind of a response. That's the scary thing about going viral is you just don't know it's happening to you until a million other people know.
Phone rings, my parents answer. It happens to be my pageant director, who then is saying, like, you're kind of a big deal. The Today Show wants to fly you up to New York. And I was like, okay. Assumed that me making the top 5 was what interested people, and nothing was still explained to me about what was going on.
Oh, this poor girl.
To realize they were comparing me to politics, and I'm like, I'm 18 and these.
She's 18. I'm on her side. Look, she should never apologize for that video because it's no one on SNL could write it. No comedy genius could ever write it. It was so perfect with the music and the hair and the answer and the such as. I'm not making a joke. She should be really proud of that.
Why am I being compared to politicians? Like, this is ridiculous.
Ironically, you got more attention than any winner that I can think of.
Yeah, so she kind of won. Because who the fuck knows the winners of Miss USA?
Did you ever hear from anyone from the pageant?
I would have loved to have heard more from you. I don't know what your situation was, but
Well,
in a
Katie,
way,
just
it kind of felt
for the
like
record, Katie. Katie, I think it would have been inappropriate for me to reach out to a teenage girl. And I got
18.
No, you were 18. That's true. But like I said, they keep me, as you know, far away from the girls, and I
will defend Mario here. This is not Mario. Mario picked up a gig. Mario's hosting a show that, by the way, he doesn't want to host. But Mario is the kind of performer, he will live on forever in this career because he will show up to the opening of my lunch and smile and look good at it, and his body's on point. So it's like, what is Mario Lopez? After he finished it, he's on to the next thing he's got to host.
I'm so glad I finally get to say
he's smart. He knows how to work. This is why he's in the industry for so long. He knows how to work it.
And I wanted to just know that I was there and wanting to help you. And I think you've handled it just so beautifully and so happy. Because I was happy to hear, I know you moved to LA and you actually did some cool stuff, right?
I have a lot of accomplishments there.
What?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And such as?
Ended up slowly, gradually growing my hosting career. My first hosting job was with Jimmy Kimmel as his correspondent.
See, this bitch got it. She worked it out. She milked that. Good for her. And it will never die. Every 5 years, she's gonna get a call. We need you to come back. I'll be there.
To working with Daniel Tosh on Tosh.0. Then I became a co-host on Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek. I would take Chanel's place.
Oh my God, she did! She looks beautiful. See, she's the smartest one here. Ironically, she's the smartest one because no one else ran. Who won? Who won that year?
By the way, congratulations. I know you're a mom now. How old's is it baby? Child? How old?
Just turned 1. He is 1.
I love this photo. It was ridiculous. She's in her, okay. This is like gays at Christmas trying to take pictures with kids but still be hot at the same time. God bless her. This was supposed to just be a short video for Instagram and it ended up being a 20-minute video. I'm on tour. You can see me at MatteoLaneComedy.com and I will be at Radio City Music Hall on April 5th. Get tickets at MatteoLaneComedy.com. My book and pre-order for my book, Your Pasta Sucks, is on sale now. Go to MatteoLaneComedy.com and there are a few signed copies left, so just go to my website. If you guys have any more suggestions of viral videos or TV shows that we should review, leave it in the comments and we'll see you soon.